Hi guys. As you might recall in one of my previous videos, I did some tracking out here. The snow has since melted away. It's end of the first week of March right now. And it seems like the foxes aren't around anymore. I'm not finding any scat. I've gotten up like early at dawn just as the light is breaking. There's no sign of them. Of course, a lot of times I have my little buddy with me because a little too much noise, I think. So either they're staying inside, deep inside their den, or they're just not coming out. Although I have suspected possibly they have moved dens. But I was looking today and it looks like I see some new excavation in the hill. Let me show you where I think they might be hiding.
Oh, I found more fox poop, so most likely they're still here.
Oh, you found more poop?
Yeah.
Where? Your entertainment for today. Where is the poop? Life of wildlife photographers, right? Oh. And there, the young man found it. Evidence of a fox. At least I think that's fox poop. Looks like it's been eating some berries. Some kind of nuts. Just wanted you what you want to watch on TV. Poop, right? Who knew poop could ever be so exciting? Hooray! Hooray for poop!
What do you call a photographer that photographs poop? A poopographer. Get it?
A poopographer.
Yeah.
Very funny, buddy. I picked up one of these monsters here. Never have operated one of them before, but we're going to try it out tonight. Let's go find a place to put it. That big black spot, that shadowy area, that's a hole. That's a pretty big hole. And I think that is part of the den.
Here's a tree hugger. How's the setting up of the track camera going, Mama?
It's trickier than it looks.
It's locked.
Hi. It's the next morning. It's chilly. I believe it's time to go and fetch the trap cam, which I had a little difficulty trying to get to function and work last night, which I didn't film. I was too frustrated. But I figured it out. Gotta get some new batteries. I had just enough. I don't know if it lasted the whole night or not. And I set it up in a different spot. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we get to see a little something. Here we go. Here's the trap cam. Turn it on. Well, it is not turning on. Well, I might as well take it in. Pull out the card, see if there's anything on there. Or if what few batteries I had died. Okay, moment of truth. There's no power or juice left in the Rigdo, so here's the card. It was nice that they included a 32 gigabyte card. So I'm gonna stick that in here. Please excuse the mess. Alright, let's see what happens. Okay, let's see what we got here. I didn't see anything. Maybe the wind triggered it. How about this one? Oh, there's a tail. Let me play that again. See a tail and an eye glow. Not a fox. Look at the shape of this head. Bet that's a groundhog or a what you call a woodchuck. Anything on this one? Just like a 1 or 2 second clip here. Did you see it? Right about here. Play it again. Definitely a woodchuck. Not a fox then. So my initial guess that I had thought of last year was correct. Just a woodchuck den. Or burrow. So if there are foxes around, that's not their home. Hi guys. So why does there have to be so much traffic when I want to record? Anyways, I'm kicking myself. I have a story to tell you. I didn't bring the Osmo with me to record. I just had this morning, and I was going out to retrieve my trap camera from the opposite side of the pond, and I just brought the big camera, and I'd stopped here to photograph a cardinal up in one of these trees, and I heard a twig go snap, and like everything, like, just, you could feel all the hair on my arms and stuff just raise, because it was like something is here. And I turned my head and I looked just right over here to this side, and up, not quite to the woodchuck hole, under this, I'll turn the camera in just a minute and show you under this log, and there, less than 8 feet in front of me, to the side of me, was a fisher. This great big chocolate brown head to tail fisher that was beautiful, absolutely beautiful. It's magnificent. And here I was sitting here photographing a cardinal. It took me by such surprise. I don't think I swung the camera around to take a shot, but it was too close to photograph, to be honest. So it was like, why did I have to be looking in the wrong direction at that moment? I should have been coming up the trail and seen it, but I didn't. But with that coat and all the brush, it's very well camouflaged. I still can't believe it. So I'm going to take the trap camera and set it up here near the groundhog hole, in hopes that maybe, just maybe, it'll come back. I don't know if it will. I don't know if it ate the groundhog, but I'll show you where it was. I looked up fishers, and it says sometimes they'll rest or sleep under logs or in tree cavities, and there is an area that looks like it has been dug out underneath a log here, and I'm wondering, could that be its home? And I'm also wondering, is that groundhog still alive? I've been out here before, and I saw something like, kind of reminded me of a black cat slink across under some brush, like late at night once. I didn't know what it was. Maybe it was the fisher. There's lots of creatures around here. Didn't realize this thing was big fisher. It was amazing. I wish I could have shared it with you, other than just telling you the story. But anyways, I'm just gonna cut and show you where I think what is happening, and then I'm gonna set up the trail cam and try to go off on another adventure this afternoon. So in a future episode, hopefully there'll be some snow geese, and we're gonna try to see if we can catch those short-eared owls again. Alright, here we go. Okay. I changed my mind on location. A little closer to the road than I would prefer it to be. But here, hopefully that's the view, approximate view of the camera. That's over, gives you a clear view of that log where I think it might be denning. Evening. I checked the trail cam this morning. I set it up the last couple of nights to overlook where I last saw the fisher, where I thought maybe it was keeping home. Well, all I caught was a mouse. I can show you a few clips here in a moment. So now I'm trying to decide, do I want to put it in the same place? I'm thinking that the fisher said, "Whoa, big human monster, time to run," and has skedaddled and probably won't be coming back to the spot anytime soon. Although with the mice around, I might be tempted. So I'm trying to decide what to do. So I had it up here. Let's see. I'm gonna spin you around. I've walked up to the... Alright, so that's the hole the groundhog was. And then I set the cam up about here last night to watch out, I wanted it to watch out over this log. And you'll see right there's a bunch of gravel at the end of the log, and then there's another hole. Now that could just be the groundhog, or maybe the fisher. I know they like to be around logs and stuff. But maybe I'm just wasting my time, especially being so close to these holes. Nothing's gonna come out. So the pond would be a good water source for them to drink from. So I'm thinking maybe I'm going to come down and set up by the pond. Try to step down here without falling on my keister. There we go. Lots of trip hazards with all these fallen trees. Anyways, I think I'm going to set this up by the edge of the pond and see if anything comes to drink. Maybe I'll get lucky and catch that fisher. So there's the pond. So I'm wondering, should I set up on this tree right here, because it angles into the brush, or do I come back here and, because ducks and things like to sit down. Let's move this down here. Whoops. I always want to move it, the Osmo, in the wrong direction. Or do I want it here? Because a lot of times ducks and waterfowl want to sit right there. I might be able to catch, a little bit of that. And You know what? I think I'm gonna go with this tree right here. See what we can get. See if anything comes down to drink from the pond. So fingers crossed. There's some little birds out there. I bet you can't see them on the Osmo. I think it's just chickadee or sparrow over there. They've been hitting the feeder pretty hard, so maybe they're thirsty now. Earlier there was some ducks. I was just walking up on the trail and they took off. I'm not even sure what kind they were. Pretty flighty. I'm gonna guess they were probably wood ducks. I didn't have any luck with the trap cam over the last few days, so I changed the location of the trap cam. So I wasn't getting any luck here, and there's can be pretty high crime around here. I didn't want it getting stolen, so if I keep moving it every day, then it'd be less likely to be found and taken. Although it's pretty well identifiable if I were to report it to the police. Anyways, there's some tracks here. I think there's squirrel. There was nothing out the last 2 days. Everything was hunkering down, but I think it warmed up. Well, no, it didn't really warm up. It was in the 20s. So I'm gonna go over to where I moved the camera and see if I managed to capture anything. I thought maybe it looked like a good spot where the deer might come out to come up here onto the trails. I know they use the trails a fair bit. They cross the road a lot. So I did catch one deer on it. Oh, a little while ago. So I'm gonna probably someday I'll put together a compilation of all the creatures that I find with the trap camera, and I also am gonna study the information that I get from it on like times and see if they're ever out or establish any habits. Yeah, no tracks near the groundhog or woodchuck hole, so but you come down here, there's those almost single file little tracks. The wind has filled them in. Could it be a Fisher track? Did he come back through? Or could it be the ermine that my son and I saw one morning? It crossed the trail in front of us. It was so fast. It was like, I saw it. It kind of backed in, so I had him stop and wait a moment, and then it just flashed. It was like no chance to focus, no chance to aim, just gone. And my son was like, "What was that?" And I told him, a weasel, or an ermine, as Grandpa likes to call him. So we've been kind of trying to keep our eyes open and just hoping maybe we'll see something or get to experience something. Like right now, the sound of I'm talking just because the sound of my footsteps in the snow, it's gonna freak stuff out. So we've got stalks of green stuff over here. Over on that hill, there's stalks of something green shooting up out of the hill through the snow. It's kind of a shame because a lot of stuff had started budding before the snow came. It's a welcome spring, huh? So, looks like we did get a critter. Looks like I caught a squirrel. Maybe some birds. I still have some battery, so let's leave it out overnight. Sorry, not able to see that too well, what's going on. But it's strapped to a tree. I didn't really see any tracks other than birds walking down here. So right there's a outlet for the pond. I didn't know if maybe some creatures would come and drink out of that rather than trying to get to the steep pond in itself. And that just flows down into the creek down by I want to say the eagles, but they're not eagles, the red-tailed hawks nest. I gotta cross a creek there to get to them. So it probably goes down to that creek. I'm gonna close up the trap and head in where it's warm. I can't blame the creatures for not coming out too much in this cold. I don't like to myself either, to be honest. I like to be nice and warm, but not too hot. You'll never see me moving to Florida. Of course, they always say never, too. So, if you have any information to share with me, ideas as how to track down these creatures better, or resources that would help me identify the tracks and scat better. Kind of feel dumb reviewing most of this video. Is like, oh, this person, she's a total idiot. She knows absolutely nothing. What is she doing? Okay, I admit it. It's just a lot of guessing. But hopefully we'll get some interesting wildlife. Videos are going to start becoming a little more scarce. I'm hoping to get something out at least once or twice a month. Our car is really old, and we've got other things like family functions and stuff. It's hard for me to get out without my husband since I don't drive. And with 168,000 miles on the car, we gotta stay local and not go so many places until we can afford to replace it, which is weighing heavily on our minds. If you want to help out, subscribe. If we can get monetized, maybe we could do more and share more with you, and I'll have to hopefully have better luck finding the creatures just in the backyard. Until then, thank you, and bye for now. Take care.